So could this be the best Moonwatch and actually be the most affordable? Well, this video is going to cover that. Oh, I'm excited to share this one with you because I think we may be onto a winner here, or not. There's something wrong. You know, with all this chaos with the Moonwatch going around, it's quite a nice surprise to get something which is probably about the quarter the price of one of those plastic watches and could actually be better. And this is going to be me telling you why. Mostly. There is an issue with my watch, but bear with me and let's see how good this is. Let's get the fly in the ointment out the way first, and that is the unfortunate issue I've got. I think the second hand is not pushed on here enough. That is why I think there is a problem. I'm going to show it to you now. Get this out of the way now, and then we can talk about all the other awesome bits. I press start. This is a VK63 Mecha Quartz from Seiko Movement, and it's a VK63 because it has the tri-complex sub-dials here. So you've got your 24-hour sub-register here at the 3, then at 6 you've got the continuously ticking seconds counter, and then at the 9 you've got your up to 60 minutes of counter for your chronograph. So press start on here. Lovely mechanical feel with these VK63s and other VK Mecha Quartz movements, and what's really nice about it is just that continuous feel. It's a lovely little snap and a pop as you push it, really precise feeling. And then the reset button, this is where you're going to get to the issue with my watch. And that is, this time it's oversold and gone back to a bit before the 12 o'clock position. Let's do it again, see what happens. So I'll do that, stop, and then press reset. Oh, it stopped there. This is the issue I've got. It's totally random. Sometimes it stops nearly bang on, sometimes it stops there, and sometimes it stops where you saw before there. I'm so frustrated because everything else about this watch is so good for the money. If everyone else has a watch that doesn't have this issue, you will love this watch. So before I go into the reason why I think it's awesome, for your 50 quid, I'm going to just show you around a few other bits I think you should maybe be aware of. You know what, I didn't bother getting this with the bracelet you can get it with, because I've had Corgeut bracelets and I've looked at the bracelet on the pictures and it has a butterfly clasp and I just don't like the look of it. I just thought, you know what, I think these look better on leather. Obviously this is on the standard sort of canvas and quite poor leather underneath strap. It's okay, but obviously it looks awesome. You've seen the pictures. It's a new release I've got. It's a pilot watch strap. It's really nice. It's got the traditional 2 little rivets and it's really nice soft calf leather, really beautiful veg tan finish, gorgeous. And I've been loving wearing it on that, but I thought you need to see the standard strap, but I really recommend it going on a proper pilot strap. It just looks awesome for this piece. But there's just so many other things that actually bring this back to being really enjoyable to wear. I would love it if they, instead of having this domed mineral, which is really nice by the way, look how lovely and domed that is, if that was acrylic instead, because for a number of reasons. Mineral, you get scratches on that, you're never going to get them out. Acrylic, you can polish them out. It's got a different feel, different weight, different texture, different sound even when you tap it. I wish it had acrylic, just like the Hesselite versions of the proper Moonwatch from Omega has. I prefer, if I was ever to get one of those, I would actually get it with Hesselite, because that is the crystal, the acrylic if you will, that they put in the original Moonwatch that they wore when they went to the moon. And the reason why it was acrylic is because if it ever got broken or donked when they were in the spaceship, it would not have lots of tiny fragments of glass floating around in space and messing up, God, everything. It'd be horrific. Acrylic's awesome if they used acrylic because it's very much more prone to cracking rather than shattering into bazillions of pieces. So I think for historic reasons, acrylic is the way forward. And there's a reason why it's very popular for these kind of watches. But mineral, I'm a bit disappointed. Version 4, if they did it, because this is version 3, go for acrylic, please. Corgeut, I think you can do it. I don't mind that this has got aluminium bezel insert because again it's got that authenticity. If it was ceramic, what's the point? Because it's unlikely to scratch that. You're more likely to hit this raised crystal first, which you won't be able to polish out. And it's got the traditional design. It looks very similar, obviously. It's paying homage to that original watch from Omega, but there's a few subtle differences. But the things that I like that they've kept are the white, contrasting, monochromatic blend of white and black, basically. It's just that gorgeous contrast. It's so easy to read this watch, and that's the main reason why I like it. Very sterile though. I mean, there's no markings on the back or on the crown or anything. And the only branding obviously is Corgeut chronograph under the 12 there. You've still got the traditional dick and balls below the 60 there, which I never realised until someone pointed out, and I was like, yes, it literally has got a phallic symbol there. Or is it just my filthy imagination? And it doesn't have, though, the more authentic dot above the 90. So these are little tweaks, differences that you're going to get. But you know what? This aesthetically is gorgeous. It wears really well. It's got the right proportions. They've got it right, because version 2 looks a bit ungainly and ugly compared to this. They've got the size of the bezel insert here wrong, and it's just all a bit out of proportion. They've got it right with this one, I think. That's why I'm gutted that this blooming seconds tachymeter hand is just shit. It doesn't line up. It's just, that is so annoying. And I'm going to tell you a story in a bit as to what I've done about it. But what's cool as well, water resistance is supposed to be pretty decent because you've got a screw down crown. But then don't use the pushers underwater because that's a silly idea. You're not going to go timing any dives with this bad boy. It's more just a sports watch, remember that. It's more for getting very sweaty and some light swimming. You're not going to do that with this strap on though, because you'll ruin it. Lume's pretty poor, as you'd expect for a 50 quid watch that is not designed to be a lume monster, but it's got some in there and it's okay. I love this matte dial. It's beautiful. Really is nice. It just makes it so easy and crisp to read those markers and the hands. Again, everything is just so legible on this kind of watch, and that's what you want. This traditional pilot watch, an adventuring kind of piece, so quick glance and you can read it, and you want to do some timing of your exciting activities, you can do that. I can't because it's crap. I just love these little sub dials. They're just so pretty and so neatly done, beautifully proportioned, neatly spaced out. What an attractive watch. Really handsome. If you never used it for practical things and worried about the hand lining up, you'd love it. But me, I like to fiddle with things. That sounds really dodgy, because I am, but I like to just press the buttons and feel it click and pop back and snap and all that jazz, like I like to fiddle with my bezels. But this, so annoyed. So I was so annoyed, I lodged a complaint with AliExpress, like the correct way to do it. Gave the evidence, which was a picture, because if I sent a video, it would have been far too big a file size, so it was really awkward to do, so I just sent a picture. And they closed it down saying, sorry, that's not good enough done, you can't do anything else about it. Case closed, see you later, screw you. So I was really cross, so I emailed the seller, which was the link to, well, the name of that store would be in the description. It wasn't the official Corgeut store, because I made an error. I should have bought it from the official Corgeut, because they traditionally are good at communicating. This other store was shit. They were really rude. They just sent me say, okay, send a video. We don't believe you, basically. So I sent them a video. And then this was about 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't replied. I messaged them again saying, did you get my video? Have you watched the video? It says that you've downloaded it via WeTransfer or whatever, and they still haven't looked at it. They haven't responded, and I had clear evidence that this problem is here. Now it's on a video which hopefully thousands of people are going to see, and don't ever buy from those people because they're crap at responding and rude. And I'm fed up with it. So I'm going to use my influence to sway you away. Go to the official Corgeut store. So everything else about this watch is awesome. The fit and the finish is nice. The brushing is smooth. The polishing again is smooth. The contrasts are acceptable between the polished and brushed elements. Wears beautifully. Let's get it on wrist. Strap's pretty short, but it's fine for me and my 7¼ inch wrist. But yeah, as you can see, wears nicely. Got the right proportion. I love this twisted lug design. I know they didn't design it, Corgeut. They haven't got some design expert there that's gone, oh, we've got this fantastic new design we're going to work on. No, they've cut and pasted it from someone else. We know who. And obviously they've created a very attractive watch, very wearable. Nice conforming lugs here. It looks quite flat when you hold the watch, but it actually wears really well. Doesn't feel ungainly. And it's so light, being a quartz. And it would have been even lighter if it had the acrylic crystal rather than mineral. But it's not a heavy watch by any means, especially as it's on a fabric/leather strap. So do I recommend this watch? Well, we'll see. So what more can I add that I haven't waffled about already? Well, nothing really. So if the movement works perfectly and the blooming tachymeter hand lined up at the 12 every time, I would be absolutely singing and dancing about this watch. I'm doing a mild sort of awkward dad dance about it at the moment because I think it's so nearly there. And if you get one with a VK63 that works perfectly, oh, you could be well chuffed with this watch. I just think it's great. So, for me, mine's a bit of a near miss. But if I have really good customer service to sort out a replacement or something, I'll be back to being really happy again. But I've not had much luck with the store I bought it from, so I'm not going to recommend that store. That store will be mentioned in the description. But the store I recommend you try better for better communication, which I wish I blooming bought it from, would be the Corgeut official store. But anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. It's been a pleasure sharing it with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.